What's up, YouTube? I'm back for the fourth and final part of the Kiss Discography review. Before we get into it, here's what we're listening to in the background. Core from Stone Temple Pilots. Great album from that kind of grungy kind of scene. One of my more favorite bands out of that scene, up there with Alice in Chains. This album's great. This has got most of the stuff everybody knows on this by the Stone Temple Pilots is on this. So yeah, check it out. So, yeah, we ended with Revenge on the last video, and yeah, so once the Revenge tour ended, Kiss started, doing these like convention shows, Kiss conventions where they would go around, and there'd be like a huge Kiss convention in said city, and Kiss might come out and play like an hour and a half, 2-hour acoustic set with the Revenge era lineup. And then, there would be a couple shows here and there where, Peter Criss would happen to come up on stage and maybe sing like Hard Luck Woman and Beth or something with the band. I don't think Ace Frehley ever appeared on. He might have appeared on some of the Kiss convention shows, but I know Peter Criss for a fact did, and that kind of got some talks of a reunion started. And of course, MTV Unplugged, seeing Kiss do all these Unplugged shows, and they're like, well, hey, do you want to, do an MTV Unplugged? And of course, Gene wanting to make every penny he can, he's like, sure, we're going to do this. So yeah, Kiss does the Unplugged show, and of course, as everybody knows, if you're a Kiss fan, that show is most famous for the first appearance of the original lineup on stage since 1979, with Peter, Paul, Ace, and Gene. And so yeah, that kind of kick-started talks of a reunion, and of course Kiss would reunite and everything, and in '96. But before that, in the period in between when Unplugged ended and when they announced the original lineup reunion, Kiss went in the studio to record an album, and this album was 1997's Carnival of Souls. Now, this album was recorded at the end of '95 into '96, and a lot of people, like old school Kiss fans, they really don't like this album. And actually, this album was going to be scrapped and not even released, but there were so many fans that had heard that this was in the works, and they wanted to hear it. So Kiss and there were bootlegs being put out of it, and so Kiss finally gave in and put this one out in '97, like right in the middle of the reunion tour. Which so yeah, these are the last recordings to feature Bruce Kulick as lead guitarist for Kiss, and the last for quite a while to feature Eric Singer on drums. And so yeah, this is a super different album for Kiss. It's like them kind of chasing grunge, which of course Kiss chases every single trend that's ever happened, whether it be disco or 80s arena rock, and now we're on to grunge. The first time I heard this, I was just kind of floored at how different this was. Of course, I was already into some heavier stuff at the time, so this sounded perfectly fine to me. I could understand why, some like Kiss fans that have been there since the 70s might not be into this. But yeah, this album's super good in my opinion. I mean, it's not one of my favorites, but it's still worth checking out, I would say. Master and Slave is amazing. In My Head's awesome. Seduction of Innocence is pretty cool. In the Mirror is actually a song that sounds like it could almost be on Revenge. But yeah, there's really nothing really bad about this album. But yeah, it's just super different for Kiss. It's kind of like the 90s version of The Elder, maybe, because it's such a departure from the sound they had on the last couple albums. But yeah, still worth checking out. Carnival of Souls from Kiss. So, Kiss goes on the reunion tour, like I said, and, there's hype. Okay, they're like, we're going to go back in the studio for an album with the original lineup, and, of course, that's what everybody thought. And Well, what we got is, 1998's Psycho Circus. Yeah, it's pretty good. Of course, as you can tell on the back, it's got all the original members on it, but, due to legal stuff, we didn't get the original lineup on too many songs on this album. There's only like 2 or 3 where we got everybody, Peter and Ace playing. I think those songs are Into the Void, You Wanted the Best, and maybe I Finally Found My Way. Everything else is a bunch of ghost players playing. I know Bruce Kulick played bass on a few of these tracks and did some lead work as a ghost player. So technically, this was his last album he did with Kiss, but he wasn't on the whole thing. He's just a session musician. This came out in 1998. About half the album is really, really good, and the other half is like crap. So when it's on, and when it's crap, it's really bad. Of course, Psycho Circus, the title track, is awesome. Within is another killer fucking, sinister sounding Gene song. I Pledge Allegiance to the State of Rock and Roll is fun. Into the Void is a classic sounding Ace song. Raise Your Glasses is fun. Dreamin's pretty cool, even though it sounds exactly like 18 from Alice Cooper, and they actually got sued over that by Alice Cooper, and Alice Cooper ended up winning, rightfully so, because the riff sounds exactly like 18, and the chorus does too, the chorus rhythm. But yeah, when this album's bad, let's talk about the bad. It's pretty bad. We Are One is terrible. I Finally Found My Way, which is like Peter's he's trying to make Beth like for the 4th time now, and it's like, God, just stop, please, like kill me now. Every time I hear that song. Journey of a Thousand Years, just meh, just a mixed bag with this album. It probably could have been a lot better, but still worth checking. The songs I mentioned that were good are definitely worth checking out. They're great. Psycho Circus. So, Kiss will tour for 2 more years with the original lineup, and then they have their big farewell tour, and after the farewell tour, pretty much the original lineup dissolved and we never saw it again, and throughout the rest of the early 2000s, Peter Criss would kind of be in and out, and when he wasn't and of course they replaced Ace with Tommy Thayer and put his makeup on, and Tommy and all that, and Peter was in and out of the band. When he was in the band, of course he's playing, and when he was out, they had Eric Singer come back in and fill in for him with the cat makeup on, and of course Tommy Thayer and Eric got a lot of heat. And Kiss would continue to tour with these 2 guys for several years, and I don't mind it. To put my 2 cents in, I don't really mind it. And in 2008, 10 years after Psycho Circus, Kiss would return with their first studio album in 10 years, Sonic Boom. And if you can't tell, this album covers kind of an homage to like Rock and Roll Over. For Kiss to not make anything for 10 years, I don't think they really lost a step with this one. It's really solid. It's definitely worth checking out. Modern Day Delilah's cool. Russian Roulette. All for the Glory. Dangerous. Say Yeah is awesome. There's really nothing bad on here, but of course it doesn't like blow me away or anything, but definitely worth checking out. Sonic Boom. So after Sonic Boom, Kiss would what it's looking like now would release in 2012. What is looking like it's going to be their last album, since they're on their farewell tour. Who knows if this is actually goodbye for real or what, but that would be 2012's Monster. And again, like Sonic Boom, I really don't have as much to say about the 2 newest ones. They're solid. They're nothing like special, but they're definitely better than like Psycho Circus and Hot in the Shade and like Unmasked and The Elder, and just solid rock and roll. It's kind of Kiss in the later stages of their career, putting out some pretty decent music. Heller Hallelujah is awesome. Wall of Sound, Shout Mercy. The Devil Is Me is cool. Eat Your Heart Out, I love that song. It's really like soulful sounding, kind of bluesy. Out of This World's cool. Yeah, for the most part, again, another solid album. Nothing bad on here. But again, nothing that'll just absolutely blow you away, but still worth checking out. So, yeah, good way to cap off your career. Yeah, pretty solid stuff. Monster from Kiss. So, that pretty much wraps up me giving my opinion on every single Kiss album. I know I didn't cover like everything as far as like all the live albums and like the studio stuff off of the Live 2 and the solo albums. And but I would like to acknowledge the rest of the stuff I have. I'm probably not really going to give an opinion on it, but I'll just save that for another video in the future. So yeah, here's everything else I have. Ace Frehley solo record. Peter Criss's solo record. We have the very best of Kiss. This is one of the first things I ever had. And then finally, this is probably the one I could probably talk about the most, I guess, would be the Kiss 40. 40th anniversary that they put out, this compilation about, I guess, what, 7 years ago now? Where does it say? Yeah, no, 6. This came out in 2014. But yeah, this has some like alternative mixes of stuff, and it actually does have an unreleased song on here, Reputation, which I think it was recorded during the Love Gun era. I don't know how it didn't didn't make another album, but or make the album, I guess. But yeah, a really good compilation that kind of encapsulates their whole career. Yeah, Kiss 40. So yeah, that'll pretty much wrap it up with the Kiss discography review. I don't know if I'll review any more bands because I don't have like full discographies. Of course, I don't have Kiss's full discography either, but I felt like I had enough to where I could talk about it. Of course, I still need Lick It Up and all the solo albums. Once I have all the solo albums, I'll definitely make a video with my opinion on each of them. I might have a video on each of the live albums at some point whenever I get all of them in. Who knows how long that'll be. I do have another video idea lined up for the next thing I want to do. So, yeah, I guess that about wraps it up. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching and take care.